Good afternoon. My name is Prince Comrade Olushola Adegboye, the chairman of Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocacy Center, reaching you from our Limosho branch, Shasha, Lagos, Nigeria. We want to wish our brothers and sisters happy Salah, Barika de Salah. Wherever you are, we wish you the best of the season. God bless you. One love and one God. Alright, today is a continuation of a case that was interrupted by our BP machine. So we felt there is no need of continuing when we don't know the BP of the lady. Today she is fine and the BP is okay, and we have no reason to scream while talking. So we want to continue it. And we also feel settling case in Salah's day. It's also the will of God that God will be happy with us. And whatever case we settle today, in the name of Allah, it shall be settled in heaven. So we want to seize this opportunity to settle tough cases so that God's awareness will be involved. Although every cases we do settle, God is aware and is ordained by God. Alright, God bless you. Everybody should show love to each other because of the season we are observing. There should be no arrest. I don't want a situation whereby I will be pushed to call police. So I don't want to do that. Let's respect the religion and the God and the moment of today. Alright, stay with us. Okay. Okay, madam, if you can remember where you stopped the other day, so you continue from there. Don't take us back, because we too need to go and meet our loved ones for the celebration of the season. See if it's on the mic. On the mic. Push it harder. Yeah.
Where I stopped that day is where we live, how he left us. Before he left us, went out one day and come back around 3 a.m. I was already asleep. Before I know it, when he came back around 3 a.m., he used his hand to pieces the whole door, the entrance door. Used his hand to pieces the whole door. When I came out, I was shocked. You understand? My neighbor that faced us, her name is Mommy Angel. She was the one that they keep calling me because I was so tired. I'd gone to bed. 3 a.m. he came back. So I don't know how I woke up. I came to the sitting room. I can't see he don't take his hand, destroy the whole door. This BP that he saw me having is during when I was pregnant of my first daughter. I saw her. He beat me till I get back to that girl. That was how I started this BP you see me having now. Each of every pregnant I was, this man would beat me to stupor. My second daughter, Obianuju, he beat me, one of his cousin brother that came to our house. The boy is blind. He swore not to come. I was 7 months pregnant that day. He beat me, threw my luggage outside. He beat me to stupor. The guy now went back to their place and tell their people, say, let them go and see the way this man is marrying this woman from Oka. That he will kill the woman if they didn't call his attention. Okay, now, I don't know what this man really wants from me. He went to tell one woman in Araromi, that I do jazz for him when he was traveling to Ghana for him to die on accident. Number 2,
Did he actually die on that accident?
My brother asked me. He told the woman because he was owing them more. That's why he came to Araromi yesterday. He was bragging, telling them that he will kill the man that built shop and give me shop. Wait, let me tell you how this man gave me this shop, sir.
Madam, relax your mind.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
If we adjourn it today again, it will become 2030.
No,
so
sir.
They relax, they talk and small. Yeah?
Yes, sir. So the place where me I have shop is close to my compound where we were staying in Araromi. So the place, they I don't know whether they want to sell it. So they now ask even tenants, even people that own shop there, that we should evacuate from that place. So I called the man. The man bought one house around that our side.
What be the man?
The man that he said he adopted his daughter. So he bought one compound there. And I beg him, sir, please, can you just give me, even though I have space, make I put container. Because Igbo people food there, they used to come to my shop. So the man say, okay, let him see what he can do, that if not demolished there. I lost my junior brother that was in South Africa. I traveled. Before I came back, the man don't start building the place upstairs. I can't tell people where I tell say the man say he will do shop for me. I say this one with this man they build upstairs. I don't know whether Nami won't give this upstairs. I don't know. You can't build them. That time I carry my freezer go up because the place I have shop is close to our compound.
What make you think say person want build upstairs for you? Person when you don't know you when you don't know.
Now he might. You wait now. Now the man build and finish. He have intention of using it for office. He can't say, okay, make I stay there till when I'm ready to evacuate from that place. He bought chairs, he bought higher tamako, longest higher tamako, and put there for me. He tell his boy to give me the key. I went there. He come to Araromi. This man come to Araromi yesterday. They talk say nobody paid a dime for the children's school fees. My brother, when my children see my...
The man finally give you the upstairs.
He give me now there they sell market now. He come they tell people say the man don't scatter his marriage. Now what did they tell them? Say the man don't scatter his marriage.
Say the man just build complete upstairs give you.
Yes. He said
he dash you be say me.
No, I use bank to do dump.
Okay.
If they sell iron, the bank now dump. You understand? So he come they tell people say he come they send one of the guy friend voice message say the man don't finally scatter in marriage. Now the man where they beg money, they beg that man money, they beg them. He follow they beg me make the man pay my daughter's school fees. This man will sit down here. He follow they beg me make the man pay my daughter's school fees. Now they tell them yesterday say nobody they paid you. Nobody help him to train all the children. He said none of the children have ever sent out from school. If you see how we used to pay my children's school fees, just the God's grace. You understand? And another thing, I don't know what this man really want from me. I don't want him to come close to me, even to where my shop is. He said he will carry shrine upon shrine, oracle upon oracle, go keep for the man shop and his house. Say he know his house. So he go destroy his marriage. Say he don't scatter his marriage. Ask me how somebody will. If they borrow the man cow, the man they give him muzzle. When he come to Nigeria, they use the man muzzle. How the man can't take scatter your marriage? I mean, you use your hand. You see person build mansion.
But you never come up for the marriage that time when you carry upstairs dash you.
Yes, and I still dey married.
You still dey married?
Yes, sir.
Why they not carry your husband along? You want dash my wife that kind?
He came, he saw me now.
Wait, madam, wait. Now.
Yes, sir.
Even if you are not married again, you need to learn the truth from me. Me, I not send anybody.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you don't have son. I wish you have son. I'm not teasing you. I wish you have son. For use your son to make example. Let me use myself. Whether me and my wife fight, we not fight. Even if wrong go their state, so long he never return diary, marriage never finish. One man can't build, so they can't dash my wife, even in for 1 year, even in for 1 month. He can't dash married woman. Whole love stay, not be one. Even if you want dash my wife, only store when dey the front. You say, oh, madam, use am for 1 year. The husband should be involved. And even you not come dey marriage, the man go say, madam, the way you dey suffer come beg me, talk of your husband beat you. I for say, may I help you, but I don't know whether this man go say na me spoil in marriage, whether I dey take him wife. Abeg, give me opportunity, make I go ask this man, say whether una still dey marriage. If he say no, I go give you. Madam, I never let you talk finish, but make yourself know say God dey watch all of us. Na make I one dey tell am one by one. If you dey follow us wella, you go know one lady wey dey call Mercy. Na we make am popular. Now she don become star. She came from Malaysia because the husband take the children down to Malaysia. I see say the way she dey complain dey hotel. I dey imagine how many days or how the money take come when you dey hotel from 9,000, first day 9,000, or you can't even come here. Sorry for answer, say stay a while. Say no one say na hotel, may I help am find cheap hotel. I help am find cheap hotel 3,000. Rije say no like am, say na be say you get money. So when I see say time dey go, she dey cry say you need help. Can't be dashing you money away. Now ask for donation. The husband dey watch us, so we can't donate 700 and something thousand. Now the husband just send lawyer come, write from more than 4 pages how we want to destroy in marriage, how we want to remove the wife from marriage. That if we rent for the wife, that means now we remove the wife from marriage. But the wife say no marry again, no. But the husband say he no get problem with the wife. Say now we human rights. Now he want spoil the marriage. Marriage when he don't spoil finish, the man say na lie. Say now we. Say he go sue us. We come true think and say, if that is the case, that means if they want divorce, make them quickly divorce before we can be helping independently. We not keep the money. Say we are not renting for this woman. Even though say she get where they say now, we rent for staff. Now you go say one stay there small time, don't take key. Say we promise to rent for her. Not be we rent for her. Now our name said there for that house as a human rights house. But he don't season now. They tell people say we not rent for her. Now he go rent for himself. But what am I trying to say? This is case of mercy. For a man to help a married woman, whether they are quarreling, beating themselves, you not disrespect this man in that area. You when you can't see heavenly help, you supposed to go divorce this man fast. Say I don't want the wahala for this help when God sent to me. Let me divorce him quick. How much be bride price? Let me. The man that can dash you upstairs can give you money, borrow you mozo car to go your village and give this man's his diary, so that you people may now move on without the interference or whatever of this man. You never talk finish, but I just dey put myself for that area. You understand? Whether man is poor or no, whether they borrow motor for the man, not give you and that man audacity to bring him down. Shebi we dey give beggar money here. We no dey underestimate them because they are beggars. Let's believe this man beg. He beg for help. He do anything. They should still respect him because he will remain your husband and the father of that child. Madam, continue. Okay,
I called him before I moved to that shop. I called him when me and him discussed. I called him that the man wants to give me a place. I told him, and I didn't take me on well. Even when he come back, when we stayed in that marriage.
I'm not saying nobody should help a marriage
yes.
who has fans.
Yes, now.
Because we have some fans and when they are bring their back.
Okay, see.
When you are helping a married woman, you are not taking the husband along. Even you yourself that they are helping, you are not carrying your husband along.
I took him along. He knows I'm moving. Even when the man was building, I told him, because me and him, we used to talk on phone. We used to talk. I told him, he knows.
Give your statement, he will respond.
You understand?
Now, question when I ask you just now, I talk.
Yes.
I ask you whether you carry along. You say
he knows the man will give me the shop. Even when the man gave me the shop, he used to come there. He used to carry one of our friends from Gowande State. Go upstairs. He used to come there. Even yesterday, he came to that shop. So how the marriage done? But that's finally is that when this man left me and my children for 6 years. This year we completed 6 years. He left us for 6 years. He said, ask him, my grandson, how old is my grandson when he said in 2019? How old is my grandson? He said, you know, when my daughter do passport. My brother did not do passport in his presence. He did not know when my daughter did passport. We already moved that place that we were staying before my daughter did passport. As you see him alive, full his mouth. It's good morning alive. So I came to tell him, please, that he should please stay far away from me. He said he will bring shrine for the man. He will do this for the man.
That's why you are here.
That was why I'm here.
Tell us everything, because
December.
Hold on a minute, madam. There is no, you don't ever see where smoke they come outside. If you locate that smoke, you must see say na fire, na in they catch, na in make smoke start to come outside. You understand?
Yes.
You know, say this smoke, so now smoke you they talk about, you know they talk about fire now. I give you time to talk about the fire when it come bring smoke, so that when your guy they talk later, you know, we call the interrupters, they say point of corruption, point of I need to talk. You understand what I mean? This is time, provided you not shout because of your head. This is time you just tell us everything, so that if your guy they pick points today, you go alarm.
Okay. So my main point is that I don't want to marry again. He left us for 6 years because we did not come and see him in the hospital in Enugu. You understand? That was why he left me and my children abandoned. Ask him how old is my grandson. Ask him how old is my grandson. Since he said he left us 2019, how old is my grandson?
Madam, are you here to divorce him? As far you
I'm here to divorce him.
Because as far you don't want to tell us what happened, you go tell us.
I'm here to divorce him. I'm
All
here
right.
to divorce him.
Let me quickly correct one impression. We are not law courts. Although we settle conflicts, we mediate for peace to reign, we advise, we counsel, you know, and many others. But we don't have the power to separate husband and wife, which they call divorce. We don't have power to give marriage certificates, and we also don't have the authority to withdraw marriage certificates, whether by mouth or by written document. Here, if your husband is actually disturbing you, here we can advise that he or she stay away for the mate, otherwise the law will interpret that threat or whatever. So you cannot just come here and send us that we should divorce you or him. It's good that you tell the word what led to that. Forgetting that you might be aging, you think you may not marry again. If you just tell a man, although you spoke at length the other day of what he did to you, how he beat you, that one is also the reason why, it's one of the reasons why a woman can also say I don't do again. But we are still going to look into it, even though it may not work again. At least you people can live in peace without being husband and wife. His children still remain your children. Your children still remain his children. Whether he have 100 grandchildren in his name, or now in his name, those grandchildren are still coming out. If you not born, if you both of you not have children together, there will be no grandchildren. Any grandchild that come out now that you are carrying everywhere, now he still make and come out. You understand? So let's hear from him. Okay, madam, I hope you know say when you dey talk, he no disturb you, whether by body shaking or whatever, or distracting, no do one. So you go also wait, make him talk. Oga, abeg give am your madam, give am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, viewers all over the world. My name is George Naman. I'm here with my wife the second time. Please, since I live in Ghana from 2017, I came back from India in 2016. My junior brother died when I traveled to Ghana 2017. And when they bring the corpse back to Nigeria, back to my hometown, all of us travel to my home to bury my junior brother. After that, his junior brother also died in South Africa too. Then I'm in Ghana that time. I don't have much to say, but I want viewers all over the world that all effort I have made since I married this woman 28, 30 years now, she's trying to frustrate me. I came back from Ghana. Since I started living in Ghana, we haven't fight, we haven't quarrel anything since I started living in Ghana. And I'm living in Ghana now, going to 7 years. It's only 2020 I didn't touch my food in Nigeria. This woman I married in the custom of Igbo land, there's nothing I hide. My in-law Joy sit in my back. She started living with me when she's 9, 10 years old. I carry her family, her brother, her sisters along since I married her. The people talking to her on phone is the people who knows I and her in our families. This woman, when we moved from Santos to Alalomi, we are staying in 3-bedroom. Then I traveled to Saudi. I spent 4 years in Saudi before coming. All my effort, I put it in her care before I came back. I traveled to Egypt. I spent 2 years. All I make in Egypt, Cairo, I put it in her care. I traveled to India. I spent 2 years. All I made in India, I put it in her care. I traveled to Ghana. All effort I'm fighting is to make sure that she and my children does not lack, because I'm a businessman. As I came back, I meet her move from the place we are living for 12 years. Because of one man selling galvanized pipe, his nickname is Brazil. When I came back on 2018, she told me that this man gave her a shop. The shop is a story building. I said, okay. I tried to buy drink to thank the guy with his friend. After 2 days, someone still selling that my street called me Alaji. Do you know what is going on between Brazil and your wife? I said, why are you telling me this? He said he don't know what is going on between your wife and Brazil, but he just want to let me know. I said, okay, no problem. I believe nothing wrong is going on. It's the same man, this is the same Brazil my wife gave my daughter, without no phone call, without telling me that this is what happened up to today. Please, I'm begging viewers all over the world, even if we no marry again, I'm not worried. But
how do you mean give your daughter to serve the Brazil, the nickname Brazil,
yes,
to assist him in selling or herself?
He adopted my daughter.
Yes, to be serving him.
Yeah. I heard it when he adopted my daughter. He pregnant my daughter. That is the grandson he's talking about. I didn't know that my daughter is pregnant or not. She's the one that doing all this.
Where is your daughter now?
My daughter is living with the man in Brazil.
In Brazil?
Yes, sir.
Fully married to the man?
He didn't marry because I didn't.
No, the man, they marry in our traditional way now.
Okay.
Not be you say give him belly.
Yeah.
How many don't born now?
Now one I know. The one he mentioned, he said grandson. Yeah.
No worry. As far he adopted the lady, a bit the girl.
Yes.
He impregnated the lady.
Yeah.
In some culture, that they call them husband and wife.
Yeah.
So that means somehow now he dey friend your daughter now.
Yeah.
And this is the same man. Somebody was trying to tell you, it be like saying your wife movement not dey clear.
Yes.
After that one not dey clear, you can't say your daughter don enter, he don kuku give her belle.
Yes.
And na this same man na him dash your wife upstairs.
Yes.
Where she dey now.
Yes.
And tell us more.
So as I was asking, when he did this, he stopped to communicate with all my friends, family friends I have, because some of my family friends, sometimes they visit her in her shop to know whether it's okay, whether his children is okay. Since he started all these atrocities, he avoid all my friends coming to ask of me whether I come back or how is he doing. Anybody that call her, he will say, please don't call this number again. This is what she's doing for all these years. This is what she's doing. So she knows. I went the place yesterday because I see what happened there yesterday. I didn't, why there's a friend, last time I came back, immediately I came back from Ghana, he didn't want to talk to me on phone. I tried to use my friend when she knows them as a family man too, to talk what exactly is going on. He didn't want to respond. Then I traveled to bury my mom. So as I came back, I went to the shop because that Brazil have two compound when he's putting galvanized pipe. I went there, I met the secretary selling for the man. The secretary said, okay, Alhaji, wait, let me call Brazil good friend. I met the boy. I tried to tell the boy.
Hold on a minute, sir.
Okay.
Give, please, you will continue. Give the mic to your wife.
Okay.
Madam.
I'm hearing you.
Who is Brazil?
It's just a man that just came to that area because
Is the mic off?
yes, it's not off. He just came to the area. You understand?
You know him.
I knew him.
Is he the owner of the house you are living at?
No, he's the owner of the shop where I'm staying.
That's what I mean. The shop, you say, oh, story building.
Yeah, story building.
Now he dash you story building.
He no dash me. I'm just staying there for a while. And he
Is
said,
he collecting rent?
no.
Since how many years?
Oh, that's for. I think this year will complete 7 years.
That he has not been collecting rent,
Yes.
for the whole building.
Yes, sir.
Okay, who is the husband or boyfriend of your daughter?
Now you know.
The
na,
Brazil. Wait now. I love to hear that one. So the Brazil, una don introduce am to the father. I don't know if this man is the father, or let us not call him father, but let's do it neutral. The Brazil that impregnated, is he the one that also impregnated your daughter?
Yes.
Good. You don't introduce Brazil to the father of that your daughter.
He knows him before he traveled finally when he left us and travel. That was the man I told you he used to give him his monzo. And me and him used to beg him my daughter's school fees.
Okay. After una don beg am school fees, you kuku carry the girl dash am, no need of begging. Make him just dey pay dey go.
Must I know when they started? He's a man. My daughter is a girl. She's 24 years. She will be 24 years this year. I don't know when they started.
How old? 7 years ago. If you remove 7 away from 24, how old was your daughter then? Let's check. 24 now. Minus 7. She was 17. She was 17, madam.
Yes, then they are not befriending us at that 17.
You say you don't know. How you can't know now?
They are not befriending.
Madam, tell me the date they start to be.
Okay, I must not know the date.
That is why, if I say she's on that age,
I must not know. No,
you should not say yes or no.
Oga, she graduated from university. She was 19 when she graduated from university. My daughter was 17. Was 19 when she graduated from university.
So the man know her. Your ex-husband know Brazil, say
yes.
He dey pay school fees.
Yes.
But when he come carry belle, the man also know say they come tell am say we don give your daughter belle according to tradition.
How we go take reach him? He block us when the caretaker was disturbing us about the house. I called this man. I told him caretaker is disturbing us in the house. Okay, do you know what this man told me? Say we should sell whatever thing we have to sell and look for where to put our head. And lie not against the Holy Spirit. You see him now in Nigeria because his mother died. When he come, he sent me a message that he lost his mama. I say, I can't say, we don't understand what he talk, but all I know is that mama is dead. There's a way he said the message, mama is dead. I just look at him. I say, waiting me and this man get. He can't call me one day, I can't block him. You understand? So you see him now in Nigeria blabbing up and down, is because he lost his mother. I told him I lost my mom. I buried my mom single-handedly.
Okay.
See, my younger sister is here.
Don't worry, it's okay. We are coming to that. Give him back. Your madam, your papa dey alive when this man, the friend you are married.
My papa don't die now.
When una start, your papa dey alive.
He don't die. I dey in house and get belle for that my first daughter. When my papa die, I dey in house. He never pay my dad.
That is not be that we dey ask. When una know your papa still dey alive.
He dey alive, but he was sick.
Okay. Your papa no come to say you dey my house even you never pay. You don't know.
You don't know. So now even when my father died, I was not able to travel to see my daddy.
Give her mic.
My daddy.
Give her mic back.
Even when my father died, I was not able to see my daddy dead.
Why you not let your papa know say you dey with me, you get belle? Why?
I wish my younger ones tell, because then there was no phone. There was no phone. You understand?
I understand. Now when phone come dey, why you not tell this man say even if we not dey talk, your daughter don get.
So how will I get him now?
You say you just broke him.
That was when he come to Nigeria. But all this while when the caretaker, because we are only the caretaker 2 years before he travel and he knows. So when the caretaker was disturbing us to pay our rentage, I called him. He said, okay, is it now that I know that I'm married? That was what he asked me. You understand? And I told him, what do you mean? He said, make it 10 mil. Anything where we want to sell for that house, we should sell and find where to put edge.
Give him. Oga, whether marriage work or not, pour out everything when it happen when you put this marriage aside, because the beating is not allowed but you that just wake up one morning and left without coming, tell us wetin annoy you, whether na poverty or not poverty, tell us everything.
I didn't leave my children and my wife and go. I never. God bear me the witness. When I came back from India on 2016, reaching 2017, is this woman sitting here? Because previously, when I'm living in Ghana, before even travel to Saudi, this woman and my children do come to holidays in Ghana to visit me when my children vacate. Is this woman sitting here advise me, say, Daddy, I know the situation of Nigeria. Why not if you can go to Ghana when you are living before? I said, Mommy, I don't have money. He said, this bus where at the park, sometimes 2 years, sometimes 1 year plus, why not I sell it? I said, okay. I said the bus. I said the quest, I sell it. I give her some of the money. Then I used part of the money and travel to Ghana. I travel to Ghana, we are talking on phone. All the country I have traveled to, we are talking. If I have anything, I send. The fridge she's using in that house, I send it from Cairo. Everything I can buy, I can lay hands on, I send. There's one man calling BB in the airport. He's a retired custom. He's a clearing agent. He knows this woman, what I'm sending from Saudi to her. So all I put, I did not leave, only 2020. I don't step my foot in that house in Nigeria. 2019, I came because when my wife, my second wife, gave birth, I came back before I traveled to village. I have never, when the caretaker, when she called me, say, see the...
Okay, calm down yourself. I know they for checking of BP today.
Okay.
Just take it easy. Today no na day.
Okay.
Even though you know how we operate.
Yeah.
Yoruba say arikogmo. And here be. You see, you listen, you learn.
Yeah.
Even in a marriage no work, people are learning from it.
Yes.
And no matter how na tough from now to tomorrow, the world know who is at fault. No matter how you honeycoat this matter, the world know who is at fault. That is why both of you, whether you na lie na carry black crotch take cover na face, people know now. Both of you should tell us nothing but the truth, even if marriage not go work.
Yes.
So you go tell us, like you are saying, how this thing happen, when marriage can destroy, where you see your marriage reach. Your wife, you say Nain tell you, say Nain advise you say go back to Ghana. We will know why she advise you go back to Ghana finish, now come get trouble. You said the other day your wife sold your land.
Yeah.
You go tell the world.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So you also told me you never want marry second wife. Say you wanted to adopt. You can't call your wife say let us adopt. Now your wife agree, but the day one I want go to orphanage, now your wife can't excuse you after you ready finish. He say no, there is no need to adopt. Because if they adopt, your children don't already grow, they will know say you adopt. Then in the future they must quarrel with and and say you when they adopt, you can't ask your wife how we want, they come to say advice you may you go marry. Tell us everything. When you tell us everything, we will know why she push you to another wife, why she push you to travel, whether now because make she get freedom. We go know whether she marry or not. We want to know if she's a good woman or bad woman.
Okay.
Relax, no hurry. You need water, I give you. People will learn from this story and people will call in to tell both of you who is wrong and right.
Okay.
Tell us what you told me behind camera. Relax, no hurry.
Okay.
Nobody should procure BP to. I cannot no I join this thing today. I will sleep here. They will give me salad food here.
Okay.
So yeah, continue.
Sir, all indication I find out, this Ghana when I travel to, with her advice, we never quarrel. We never talk bad words to each other before I go. And I find out I was in Ghana, my junior brother died in South Africa. I came back. I told her on phone, say, see what the news I'm hearing, that Daniel have died in South Africa. So I called her on phone. I say, see the news I'm hearing. And she and my junior brother is very, very close. She feel bad. I say, calm down, that I'm coming back. That I give her the indication what is going on in South Africa, the people I'm talking with, to make sure that they bring the cops back to my hometown. So we started doing it after like 1 week. I came back from Ghana to Nigeria, to my house. I meet her, I meet my children. I do Daniel waykeeping. In my house before I travel home. I travel home like today after 2 days where they go bring the cops. She came from Lagos to our home. We buried Daniel together in 2017. So when she came back from village, the same woman is mentioned. I said this, I said that. The lady called me after 2 days. He get back to Lagos. Say my wife is not talking again. My wife don't know anybody again. I say what happened? He said the nurse selling drug opposite my house. There's a drug he give my wife because my wife is having BP. He go and give him a different drug. Now him cause my wife rushing to the hospital. Me, I say okay. I tell the woman, okay, I'm coming back. I call my brother living in Enugu. I say, see the information they give me now from Lagos. My brother say, okay, come. My brother watch my situation. He say, no, brother, you are not going to drive or enter motor to Lagos. Let me buy ticket for you to go to Lagos. I said, okay. He buy ticket for me. Around 2:30, I was in the hospital in Oniwaya Street. I was there. I asked her, mommy, what is the problem? He said, nurse give her bad medicine. I said, okay. Doctor start treating her. Then discharge her from the hospital. Me and her come back to the house. I started going back to village because I haven't finished the thing I'm supposed to do to bury my brother. I go back to village. Then she's okay. I came back from village. I prepared to go back to Ghana. We didn't quarrel. We didn't fight. We didn't do anything. It's only this Brazil, this very particular Brazil, because this Brazil, when he give my wife that upstairs, I asked my wife, is he paying? My wife said no, just voluntarily. I said okay. I thank the guy, I buy drink, I give the guy with his friend. I don't know that the guy have a hidden things with my family. Because Mama, being my first daughter, Mama is in school. He came, spend 2 days, 3 days, he go back to the school. One time I came back from India, I find out that Mama called me, say, then refused to register her school fees. I said, what happened? He tell me, say, the girl, the registrar in the school say he want to see her in private. Then Mama come back from school to my house in Lagos here. He meet me. He said, Daddy, you come from India? I said, yes. I said, what happened? He said that the same thing he tell me on phone. That's why he came back from school. I said, okay, tomorrow morning we are going back to the school. Tomorrow morning I drive her to the school to see the VC. I explained everything to the VC. The VC called the registrar. Why are you telling this young girl to see in private? The VC, the registrar starts begging, say it's a mistake. Then register mama go back to school. So I don't have any inclinating, I don't have money to dodge it to this woman sitting by my side. When we talk about adoption, because they have operated her 3 times, I said no. If it's that one, I don't want to make she no risk her life again. Make we adopt. We talk it as a husband and wife in the night. He said, okay, in the morning we'll move. In the morning, he give advice. He said, Daddy, it's not good to adopt. Say, our children don't grow up. Say, if I get child from woman, the baby is my blood, it is better. Which is, when I'm in Ghana, the issue of this marrying woman, which is 2018, this issue of marrying woman come up. She called me. My mom is alive then. My mom is calling me to come back home. She is calling me. I say, Mommy, I don't have money with me. How can I come back home? I don't have money with me. He say, I think Mommy say that my mama say there's a money then give for Daniel funeral. I said, okay. How much is the money? She mentioned for me. I said, okay. Let me know if I can see money to come back home. When I come back home, we are not fighting. We didn't quarrel. From my home, I traveled to village. Whatever I'm doing in that village to marry the girl, I'm calling her, I'm telling her. Even the lady I married is talking with her. Even my brother sitting in the village is talking with her. No one quarrel with her. When I came back, when the woman give birth, I call her on phone from Ghana. I tell her that the baby have give birth. He said, thank God. He talk with the lady. He said, please, even if when I quarrel with the lady, he called the lady to advise her what to do and not what to do. So I don't see where offended this woman or abandoned them for 6 good years is mentioned. I don't know where the 6 years came from. When he called me about the landlord, say landlord bring quick notice. I say, yes, I have talked with the man. I told the man that I traveled. Say, when I came back to my city, I will send money to you to give. I will send money to you to give the man. Say, since we are living this house for more than going to 15 years, how many times have you received quick notice? There's no time then throw you out. It's only if the chief remember that I owe, he will tell the caretaker to prepare quick notice so that I go raise money. Then when he sold my land, when he sold my land on 2016, I told her the problem it takes sold the land is that he said, I'm in Ghana. He said that school fees of mama have come up and to pay money for the house. I said, okay. Open.
Hold on a minute. Give her the mic. Madam, did you sell any of his land?
Okay, yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Give him back to you. After you will explain why, yes. Okay? Don't worry. Continue.
So, the issue of selling the land, as I said, come up. I said, okay, Mommy, you know the land because Even before I came back from Saudi, when I came back from Saudi in 2009, that's the time we buy the land. So I say, you hold the number of the safe where the documents of the land is. I was in Ghana talking with her. I said, okay, when you meet the agent, let me speak with him. When he meet the agent, then he called me. I called back. I speak with the agent. Then we discuss. I told her, okay, the amount of the money, 2 million. Then I agree with 2.2. I said on phone. The people said no, it's 2 million. I said, okay, take the 2 million, settle the problem on ground. That is how the land goes. So I don't see why I came back this time. The Brazil have rent apartment for them, take my daughter. I don't have a place to stay. All I have a puzzle for. Where I'm living is 3 bedroom.
Did you build a house?
No. It's renting.
Okay, that same house they left you, or another one?
No, the house we are living together before I traveled. Yeah, I traveled last 2019. That is the place it is before the Brazil rent new apartment.
Okay, she said you people were not able to pay, so the landlord or caretaker threw them out of the house. The rain beat them. They were asked, "Okay, hold on, don't distract me with your movement."
Okay.
That they drove them out or threw them out of the house. Rain beat them, beat their properties. Is it that same house you are still living in?
No, they have got a new apartment.
And you joined them in that apartment also?
No.
I thought you said 2019 you left them.
Yeah, 2019.
Use your mic.
2019 is when he left the house.
Who left the house?
The woman.
When did you left them?
Yeah, I left them on March 2019.
2019.
Yeah.
Is it 2019 that your daughter booked taxify for you?
No, it's the first time I'm traveling in 2017.
2017.
Yes.
2017.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, when did you now discover that your wife can no longer communicate you?
It's 2020.
2020, just last year now.
Yeah.
So which time you communicate then reach?
The time I communicate her last is in October when he called me up. Yeah, 2019 when he called me about the caretaker issue.
Okay. Which time you communicate with your daughter before you begin to know say she don't get passport, she don't travel, she don't born? Which year be that one?
It's 2019. 2019.
2019.
Yeah.
Okay. I beg give Madam.
Sir?
We will start with Ghana. Did you prepare your husband to travel this Ghana? You were in support. Were you in support?
Okay, thank you for the question.
Welcome.
This man came back and told me that.
Do you have water here?
Yes, sir.
Right.
He came back and told me that can't he not sell this bus and travel to Ghana? I asked him one question. I said, Ghana, did you know how many years he left Ghana? He said that he make money in Ghana. Let him go back to Ghana. I said, okay. Have you seen anybody that will buy the Quest? He said, there's one man he mentioned. He said the man said, he first mentioned one man at Katangwa. He said the man had given him some money. I said, okay. Later, he now said that the man in Katangwa was not ready again to buy the bus. I say, he said, but there's this man where I told one man where they're selling car at Araromi area.
Okay, madam, don't worry how they managed to buy the car.
Okay.
At least you know say you want travel. You discuss that with you as a wife, say you want travel.
Yes.
That's what you say. Okay,
yes.
Good. What issue of second wife adoption? Did he discuss adoption with you?
Okay. He discussed adoption with me.
Yeah.
Of which I told him that my children is grown up. You understand? If you adopt in their presence, it's somehow. You understand? We now travel for his brother burial. His brother burial. Their people gather, because I'm not from their place. I'm from Oka. He's from Okano. He's from Enugu State. The way they are murmuring, the way they are talking. So their mother now called me after the burial of his son. They now gather and call me after the burial of his son. There's one girl that was carrying one baby. You understand? So they called me, they said, this is the woman my husband wants to marry. I said, okay, no problem. I agree. Let him marry.
Who were you telling this?
In their people now, in their
Your
place.
husband did not tell you he wanted to marry.
Their people called me.
Okay.
That see the girl the girl was carrying one baby boy. They told me that see the girl that the man wants to marry. That is their people know. And he was there. I said, okay, that's no problem. That it can go on.
That is the first time you hear it.
Yes.
Not be you initiate that go marry level.
No.
Okay. But before they never marry when they tell you now.
No, I know. Before he married, he told me.
Yeah.
That girl that they tell me that he wants to marry, after it didn't work out for them again. You understand? So it's like the junior sister see this one that is marrying now. The girl we used to
but
talk.
At least you approve it.
I approve
Good.
it. Yes, I approve it.
Why you approve am?
Okay, so that I will have my peace, because every day this man will be beating me. He will tell me to die, that I did not give birth to baby child for baby, that didn't
Baby
give
boy.
that I didn't give birth to baby boy for him. The last time he beat me to stupor. Compound people was pouring me water. This man was matching me on my head, say die. After people that give birth to male children used to die. Talk more of you that didn't give birth to male children for me.
Wetin make you wan leave this man, or wetin make you leave and tell us the truth?
Okay, wetin make me leave and be say.
How you take know us? How you take know this office?
One of my friend asked me to come.
You dey watch us.
They follow.
Na so that they watch you.
Yes, so maybe
So
they watch.
tell us the truth.
Okay, why I want to leave this marriage?
You don't leave marriage.
I don't leave am.
Why you leave am?
Why I leave am is that the marriage, there's no joy in the marriage, except the man travels. If the man did not travel, I used to have peace. But anytime the man comes back, now war, beating. Everywhere we live in Shita. They know us in Shita. Shita at number 1. They know us there. We live in Santos. They know us there. We live in Araromi. They know us there.
Are you a calm woman?
Yes, Oga. Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. What of your daughter? Let's talk about your daughter.
Yes, sir.
Where is your daughter now?
He's in Brazil.
With the Brazil man,
Yes.
the AKA Brazil.
Yes.
How old is the child?
The son.
Yeah, have you done born another one?
No, na 4 years now.
You don't born two now?
No, the boy is 4 years. My grandson is 4 years.
4 years.
Yes, sir.
So if they remove 4 years for 24 years, that should be 20. If they remove
Yes.
9 months when they're pregnant, that should be 19. But you say your daughter graduated at the age of
19. Yes.
Okay, let me help you. We not say wrong, go. We not say wrong. If she graduate 19,
Yes, sir.
she can't get belle that say 19.
Yes, sir.
Can't carry belle for 9 months or 10. Then the child can't be 4 years. Let's assume both the time of pregnancy, everything is 5. If you remove 5 from 24, you have 19. And your daughter graduated 19. That means the man was waiting for her to graduate before they disvirgin her. She feel be so good. See, I know they judge you now. Advice with the advice for you. That issue of your daughter, whether you have good relationship with your husband or not, you should not have allowed them to continue the way both of you are living like Katara. You should have carved it very well, good relationship or manageable relationship between your daughters and their father. With this Brazil issue now, madam, you not try. You supposed to count yourself out of the marriage, but not count your children out of the marriage.
Did I count them out of the
Wait now.
They see what is going on in
wait
the
now. If you respect your culture and you will want Brazil to pay her dowry, abi,
Yes,
use your mind.
Yes, now.
So if they are about to pay the diary, will they take it to your father in the village to pay?
No, it's in their place now. I've told him. I've told the man. The man is making an arrangement
to pay to who?
To come and see, to call the father.
They never talk to.
No, we want to. We want to go to their village and tell their people to call him. That was our plans. We wanted to go to their village and tell their people to call him. That see what is going to happen.
Whether you and your husband fight or not, your in-law, is it not supposed to be in-law of this man?
The same thing now.
It's supposed to be the same.
Yes, sir.
Why can't be only your in-law?
Okay, we didn't see him now. How can he know what is going on in our life? We didn't see him now. Well, our plans is this Christmas.
Madam, wait. A man that gave you complete full building for 7 years.
Yes, sir.
Why?
It's just favor of God now. Okay. God know the favor person.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Wait first now. Then that favor of God, 7 years now.
Yes, sir.
If you remove 7 years from 23, you have 17. Your daughter was 17. They were not dating, like you said. No. And the man already like you, favor of God, and gave you full building.
Yes, sir. They favor him also. Not only me, they favor.
Very good. So that favor.
When I went hospital, it was the one that gave him money that they used to pay me with car that used to come and pick me in the hospital.
I understand. So now that favor now it has extended to in-law.
Yes,
so after the settlement, the favor should fall upon the father-in-law, not only mother-in-law.
Yes, now we are preparing to come December.
Let the same favor fall upon you, whether you are an enemy, whether you want to remain cataract. So long that daughter, when he impregnate you, favor come through, that favor extend to this man.
Okay.
You hear?
Okay, sir.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
So we are going to allow callers to call in. Now callers, no insult. Now callers will tell you and your husband waiting then here how the thing sound. You hear? Now callers now he will come tell you now say now like this, now like that. Barrister, can we have the phone? (0903024 84 is the number. 0903024 84 is the number. All right, those who have been watching, you will be the one to call in first. You have listened to both of them. Good afternoon. Your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm just watching the program. I'm watching the program, but my advice and contribution is this. Are you listening to me?
Yes.
Is this. In a culture of tradition, both Yoruba, both Igbo, both Hausa, a man is always the head of the family.
Okay.
I blame the woman a lot because let's get to that point. The woman made a mistake. During the time, she's a good woman. During the time, the Brazilian guy offered to help. If it's a good woman, it's the house. Then the person with the man, or to get the man, and tell him, my love, or my wife, tell him what you love for him. But look at what is happening. Then, the man will do that. The woman, for her own action, then look at her. She has no intention of using communication to involve the man in the man. And secondly, my brother, let us be honest for each other. There is impossible a man to run that sort of people.
It's breaking. It's breaking. I don't know if you can adjust something in your phone. It's really breaking. The network is not good. It could be from your end. All right, if you can call back again better. Good afternoon. Your name and where you calling from?
Hello.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Bernard Tusa. I'm calling from Paris.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want this referee case yesterday. So my contribution to the very issue on grant is the woman has so much to blame. First and foremost, traditionally, a woman cannot give her daughter in marriage without the consent of her husband. And she claimed that this man abandoned them for years, which you have finally seen to be pure lies. The man even had contact with her up to 2019 when she sold the land with the man's authority, and also was in contact with her 2020, just last year. Are you getting what I'm saying?
We are with you, sir.
So, in every angle, the woman has a negative behavior and a negative mind. And it's like she excluded the man from the family. The man constructed with her. She treated the man like non-existent when the man is still living under life and is in regular contact with the family up to last year, while she claimed they were abandoned 6 years ago. So from every indication, you can see that the woman, she has skeleton in her cupboard. I'm not saying probably the man may not have one or two mistakes he must have made, just like in every marriage. But from the whole indication now, it has come to be proved that she lied in most of the things she came out there to say. And you can even see her attitude. I saw when the chairman was asking her, "Are you a calm woman?" You can even see her attitude, the way she plays up. You know, I mean, I'm not judging her, but even by looking at her, she doesn't look that responsible. I'm sorry to use that word. And her behavior doesn't sound responsible. When a woman in an Igbo culture, even in Yoruba culture, gave his daughter in marriage to a man how many years ago, and she claimed this man gave her a house. She's the only one that found favor in this life. When a man starts giving you a house, that means you must have been dating that man behind. Are we fools? We are not fools, we are not thieves. She must have been sleeping with that man before the man gave her a house. So I'm just trying to say this. Most women just use that issue of he beats me as a pretext, that when actually there might not be real beating. And every marriage has ups and downs. The man is not exempt, okay, with his own mistakes, fine. But the major mistake in this marriage can be now seen in this very woman. So, I mean, I don't know if you guys are thinking of getting them back or not getting them back, although the woman seems not to be ready because she has had billionaire men that offered dashed her a house. How many men have dashed women houses if they don't have anything to do with them, if they don't sleep with them? Point out one man that dashed a woman a house without sleeping with her. Dash. So let her not think we are fools, and her attitude, even in camera, is a little bit not showing any respect for herself. So that's my contribution. You guys should do the needful, but I think that woman has a lot to blame in this marriage. Thank you.
All right, thanks for your opinion. Prince, even though you want to describe the situation on ground, there should be no foul language. Thank you. We have to know your name and where you're calling from. I will appreciate if you can speak up. Oh.
This is Lauren calling from Lagos.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. From what I'm seeing and I heard from the both partners, this woman is not responsible. How can you carry a child that both of you have, a man, that is a woman that calls herself that she's an Igbo woman, and this man is an Igbo man. Both of you married legally. You had the children legally. The man went to marry second wife with her consent. The man paid to sell his property. She sold her the man's property with the man's consent. And at the end of the day, he went ahead and gave her his daughter away to a man because you felt the man has money to give you house or to take care of you. But that was not counted as responsible for an Igbo woman or a Nigerian or an African culture. It is not done. I am a woman. No matter whatsoever that happens, we have to have patience. This is our culture. You cannot be talking, you saying you want to be free, or you want to live your life, or that the man is not beating you. What evidence does she have? I know that this man too, men too, they have their own problems. But all the same, they are our sons too. So what I want to advise her is that she has to make contact allow the man to contact her daughter. His daughter. Let the girl speak for herself. It's not that she will come and say that the Brazil will come. She's not the owner of the girl. It's not the lie. Even everything from all indications, what she has been saying, everything is a lie. Because she said 6 years, and she sold the house, the man's land, 2000.
Hold on. Let's ask the man. Proper. When was the land sold?
2017.
2017. All right.
Okay, the land was sold 2017, and from 2017 to now, it's not to 6 years. Yeah. My brothers and sisters. It's not to 6 years. Let's be responsible and let people know that it's not every time they'll be accusing women. People should not be giving women bad names. All of you that are coming here to come and make noise and be accusing men for so many things. That's why I have to father. People should not be accusing men and be bringing shame to your fellow women. It is of you, my sister, as a woman. Look at your attitude. Please, you should be able to know how to do things. Call your partner, Brazil. Tell him to return the man's daughter for him. Because that he did not consult this man before taking away that girl. This man has been the one catering from that girl from childhood up to the university level. Until these boys are safe. You have not done anything for that girl or this woman. You did not pay, you did not feed her. You are not the one that discharge her from discharge yourself from hospital where you had that child. So you should not be climbing on men's head because of you say feminism. They are men, they are our guidance, and they are the head of the family, whether or not. It is how the creation made it. Accept it. Okay? That is my own contribution, please. Oga, you too have patience. She's your daughter. To find how you can help. We are talking. Don't think that your children are bad. Still love them unconditionally. And even the woman to forgive her because of the children, please. And continue to live your life so that you know her and die. She will run and the Brazil have a partner with her that they want to go and she wants to go and play with some people that some other people that she felt they are better than you. Thank you so much.
Alright, thank you. Six. Madam, why did you think the man allowed you to sell that land?
He was the one that asked me to sell the land.
Why did you think he agreed that we should sell it?
Okay. He asked me to sell the land so that we can pay my daughter's school fees and we can travel for December.
Yeah.
And I can send him money in Ghana.
Okay.
I sent him money in Ghana.
I understand. Is that hatred?
Eh?
If a man says sell land,
Yes.
pay our daughter school fees, take some money and travel for holidays,
Yes.
is that hatred?
No, it's not
The
hatred.
marriage was up and down, madam. You just made up your mind to do what you want to do.
Yes, sir. I made up my mind to
Yes,
do what I
and
want
that
to do
is
because I'm
wicked.
done.
Me.
I'm done with the marriage.
You sold somebody's land, you have nothing now. After they sell it now, wetin you wan take live life? Na you find rich person, he never find rich person. Na so they take dey live person. The marriage was up and down. It was not just one way marriage that hatred is there. You fight and settle, sold house 2 million. Every man go do am.
So which land?
You have been enjoying that Brazil man money since 7 years. This man, even you don't enjoy before you sell this land. Why you not take the Brazil man money to settle the school fees and go for? You just want to wreck this man. The man will be the poor, will get him poor. You don't need to come, but you 7 years. You said.
You never come to the area.
You said 7 years. You said 7 years. You know, the Brazil man get you out. But this thing was sold 2017. What is the meaning of this kind of art?
We said that land in 2015.
I live in Ghana.
We said that land in 2015.
I live in India in 2016.
It's a lie. We said that land in 2015.
Can we call the agent?
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Agent here now.
No noise, so now me dey ask question. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Yes, I can hear you.
Your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, good afternoon. This is Mr. I am calling from.
All right.
This is for this sport that you guys have been doing. It's really good stuff. And I want to talk to the woman and the man as well. Not only the woman. I have heard other people try to talk and most of the complaints based on the woman alone, or most of the kind of like what people say, they are only pointing at the woman. But this woman has complained about eating every time. I did not hear this man try to tell himself that he did not eat this woman up to that length that he used to be the woman. This is wrong. We really have equal rights as a man. They are human beings as well. Yes, this man has been traveling to India, to Egypt, a lot of places. This woman will be born. I need to check it. The lady, the girl, the person has been learning more from the mother, not from the father, because the father is having home. And each time that he's going, he always beats this lady, which is not normal. And if you want a woman to be loyal to you, when you are outside the country every time, you don't come back and what the president should have given the woman is any single thing that is said you have to keep her up. That is not how to treat women. Women have equal rights as men, even if in Africa that we are supposed to be the less. But we are humans as us. So they're not supposed to be them that way and we expect loyalty from her. When you get outside the country, you have to tell you everything. Even the daughter you are talking about, and you raise her, you train whatever, it's not going to be happy that you beat up her mother like that because she's the woman as well. So, on the part of the woman, yes, on the front of yes, she did wrong, but some of them might be agitated from how the man treats her. That is why she reacted to that way also. Okay, the person that gave me when she said it to her, I know if the man is responsible man, I think the man should push to see the father of the girl. It's not right for the man, let's forget about the women. The guy that killed the daughter is supposed to be given a responsible guy. He's supposed to push to go for the father of the girl. Because you know this is a traditional right. He is from Nigeria too, and he's a man. You will not want any man to treat his own daughter like that. So that is my contribution. The both sides, they have their own problems. They have their own problems. The woman needs her own mistake as well. Because if my sister is treated that way, I don't think the man deserves loyalty from my sister. So that is one thing we should not treat women as if they are nobody. Thank you so much.
God bless you for your opinion. No, there is no point. They did not see where the matter referred to family, where they might not settle, but people need
She
to
has
know.
been living with me from day one.
But nobody is denying that you were not beaten. No. Nobody is supporting him. The thing is that if you are leaving a man and you leave that man with property, the man might have reason to move and never to look back. And if you are leaving a woman, you leave that woman with her property, she might go and never come back to you. Drop your hand, because I never ask you to talk, and I don't want to walk you out. When it's time for you to talk, you will talk. You understand? The best divorce is when property is being shared. Everybody move to their different direction. The marriage was more or less of open marriage. The wife is free. I give permission so that I will be free. Oh, I bet marry as many as you want. The beating is too much, so that you can focus your beating. Come and go Ghana, so that when you are not at home, I can have my freedom. Well, freedom are different. It's not only freedom to sleep with men. Freedom of speech, freedom of anything. Like I am free. When the man is staying too long, you do everything possible. Let this man go, so that the beating is too much. And nobody is disputing that. That is zero tolerance from us here. Anything that has to do with beating, whether there is proof or not, nobody is saying it. But if you see, when you know the Brazil man that God finally used to favor you, and calculate when this marriage ends, the Brazil man was already in you people's, like both of you. You say your husband is driving his Mozo car. The man was already in. You people were managing yourself until you find this favor, and the favor now tear you apart. You understand? Nobody supporting the beating, but the beating that started from the one kept you people together until you met Savior. But what my concern is, if actually this Brazil man was there, not the day you met him is build house. The day he build house now is 7 years. Maybe you now meet few months or a year ago. If you count everything, the man should have helped both of you than focusing the help on one side. This man was already helping before you people now went and still sold the land. Maybe if this land was available now, or some of the money he used in training child, although it's his duty, maybe when you tell him go, he will actually go, because he can move on. This man now sending message to you that you call the stop that brought you here. Most of the message is for you to forgive him and let's move on. It could be out of poverty that he's begging you, so that you can move on and add into Brazil's family. But if you have left him with that land, maybe he may not even beg. He might feel 2 million can do more. That is just my thinking. Not like I'm trying to gum you people, or I'm crapping for him for beating you. Me, I don't beat my wife, so I don't know how I can encourage another man to be beating their wife, whether good or bad. You understand? We dey do things because of future, because of people that reason. You see, people are calling in now with different opinion. Now, so say God the judge.
Aside from the vision aspect, I know I still have other questions.
We have to know your name and where you calling from.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Cindy French. I'm calling from Kaduna State.
All right, go ahead.
All right. I just want to just talk a little about the man and the woman. I think some people call in and then and have like their opinions about the issue. But at the end of the day, she does sit down and understand the fact that this woman made a complaint. This man has been beating her, has been battering her, and nobody has mentioned that. And in the same day, it could be because she's been complaining about the male child. I'm telling you, in that part of the world, you understand, at the southern part, we know what we can tell when it comes to the male child and what they are going through because they don't have male children. It could be just because of the issue, the way to be treating her, and the aspect of not having a child, the male child that made her to keep quiet and allow him to get married to that other woman. Even though it's just even outside her reach, the family wanted it. And there's just a woman that you could do against the family. Still they have already gathered and said that this is what they want. Please, sometimes when people are advising people, they say that it's a bad woman, this is a bad guy, it's not nice. We should be able to just advise them and tell them that you are wrong here, you are wrong here. And I think that they might take it, probably in this. Well, So thank you very much.
Thank
you,
you.
Mr.
Thank
Chairman,
you
for
for
all
that.
you've
Yeah.
been doing, and God bless you. Thank you to your madam and everybody in the human
God bless you.
activity. God bless you.
Baraka de Salah.
Baraka de Salah. Cheers. Alhamdulillah.
All right, so you see now, so we they do one. They always they give what belongs to Caesar to Caesar. If you ask me who report this case, now the woman, but that doesn't mean if we find anything, we not go tell her. Not be say the man even clean at all, because they slap love come up for person face. Nobody is even supporting this man so that you will not get it wrong. They beat love come up for person face. Only one slap you give person, hatred will just come. You go to say na wish. You understand? Nobody is blaming you even for leaving the marriage. Nobody want to beg you go back. But there are certain things everybody that are not stupid will see. As for the beating, as for whatever, nobody is saying that. Love and beating, not they go together. Hello.
Hello. Hello, Mr. President.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Okay, I want to talk about this case.
Go ahead.
Okay,
0811143.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you calling from? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Your name and where you calling from?
My name is Divine from Benin State.
All right.
I'm calling you for this very thing.
Go ahead.
Okay. There is no woman that lives with a man that the man say the woman will be happy. When you are beating your wife, it means you are beating the love out of the man. That is number one. Then coming to the woman, the lady, she did try by giving her daughter something of the man. It is in our own tradition. That child that is made before belongs to this very man. If the so-called girl wants to marry the woman, the girl, they will not come and pay that price. Any child that they bear there is graduated. So this present family is that man's child, is our own tradition. And for the woman saying that she wants to make the marriage, to me, she'll get to the place it's time to own, because she can't be peace with it now. No matter how it is, she's supposed to calm down. As the husband has taken another woman, she will be living her life fully. Look at the daughter sitting here. They reported the father very, very well. They will come together and nurture these children. They will become what God wants them to do in life. So while living the marriage, she gets to the place in her old age. She's supposed to be in that house with the man, join hands together and build her family, not separated. For me, she should have hold on for separated. Now, the life will be sweet as anything to her, but later on, it will be bitter to her. That is what I want to tell her. For her to know, let her not go and make mistakes.
Thank you.
Because marriage of 30 years plus her age, or if I'm calculating, she's about 50 something or 50 years. Let me put it in that. Maybe she married in 20 years, plus 30 years, like 60. But once you get to the 60, 70, it won't be as good now. So let her reason very well. Suppressing the marriage is not the first. Because you see that the man has nothing, does not mean that you throw the man out.
God bless you.
Thank you.
They say because the man, excuse me, they say because the man did not have anything.
I know this man when he has nothing. Oh, we was living in face me and face you. Some days we will not cook food. Like 1 week, I will be inside like a rat. They lock inside. After I gave birth to my first daughter, I was pregnant. I was pregnant for another child. This man will come back and sit down and be cursing me that I came to destroy his life. That what I came to do is to destroy his life. He said, that's how I go to give birth. That's how I go to born. Say that is not his plan. They talk say because the man no have money. When I knew him, he did not have shish kobo.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
Maybe they talk say because the man did not have anything.
Continue. Your name and where you coming from?
My name is Chikudu. I'm calling from America.
Okay.
My contribution is this. I've had what people have said. The first caller said what he said. In some ways, I blame the woman. The man has a lot of needs too. So, the issue of the male child is always a big deal when it comes to Igbo land. And you know, who wears the shoe knows exactly where it teaches. That woman has gone through a lot. For her to develop such mind, to do all she did, she has really gone through hell. I blame her for giving out that child in marriage without the proper consent from the man. But the man should go as well and work on himself. Because for this woman to take that decision, she has really been pushed to the wall. The issue of the gender should be addressed. And our men, Igbo men in particular, should know that women are not the ones that give themselves children. It's God that gives children. The woman probably gave her consent for him to marry the other woman because she was tired of the business. How can you lay your hands on your wife? If you come to a country like this, America, and lay your hands on your wife, it will not be funny with him. How could you beat your wife? A woman you call your wife, you beat her. You are beating hatred in her. Woman, please go in and make sure that your children don't follow this step. Work on your life. I blame this man. You can't beat your wife and expect her to give complete respect. It's not possible. It's not done anywhere. You already beat her and you made her develop this strong heart that made her take some kind of stupid decisions. I'm sorry this is happening. Chairman, thank you so much. But please, let the issue of the gender be addressed. May God continue to bless you people for your work in our country, Nigeria. Yes. God bless you all.
Amen.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you for your opinion. Madam, you see now so with the doing here. Now everybody when listen to two of them, I know where you get brain. I know where he get brain. Brain not they go to one person here. Nobody they take bribe here. If we take bribe, the people when they watch will take bribe. Anywhere that they take bribe, they not they let people call in because they will talk waiting against waiting you talk. Good afternoon, your name and where you talk calling from?
Good afternoon. My name is Imran. I'm calling from Japan.
Okay.
I want to talk to this I have three so my role is that the woman is not part of the left people. If you go another person, we know that there is a lot of people that are not more than this, so everybody have their own problem, their own. Another one is that this will particularly take advantage of this man. He takes this man advantage. That is why. And another one is that this woman thinks that another one is that this woman is not responsible. The woman. She thinks that she's still young. And the other one is that I want to ask this woman, as you are doing like this, what will your daughter learn from the people around you and your children? What will they learn from you? And another one is that this woman is not responsible at all. Look at the way she dressed. She's dressed like all those that it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Mind your word, Abel. You can advise. Mind your word, you can advise. We advise here, we don't insult. Okay? You can advise. Through the advice, we understand. We don't put direct insult. If you don't like her way of life, her lifestyle, you just advise her, okay? Go on.
Okay, I'm sorry for that. So, my prayer is that you have to handle this woman over to police because to provide that daughter to this man. You have to hand her over to police so that you will for Igbo land, you don't have right to give your child, to give anybody, to give your daughter to another man without the consent of the husband. It's a combination of our land. As people, but even in Yoruba land, he doesn't show any regard to the man. So he takes advantage of the man. But maybe she thinks that she's another man that's taking care of her more than the husband. Money is not everything. You may even see another Brazilian man or from America, from Canada, or from Italy here, where we are. I would say, but the money is your home is your home. You don't have to abandon your home because of a little thing that you manage for yourself. You will let know that I'm giving advice to women. You will let know that there is difference between boyfriend and your husband. So what I'm talking about is that my president, I'm sorry if I use another word, but I'm angry with the woman. God bless you, my brother.
All right, take care of yourself.
Love to know your name and where you calling in, please.
From Dubai.
Love to know your name and where you calling from.
Yeah, my name is Chuku, calling from Dubai.
Okay, go ahead with your contribution, please.
Honestly, I just want to appreciate you for what you're doing.
Thank you very much.
You know, at times, some of the cases you handle there is an eye-opener. Married men. I've been in this journey now for decades. So, marriage should be like a school for both husband and wife. You know, like when you tell me, I don't support violence against women, I hate it. No matter whatever your wife does to you, you have no right. You have no right to lay your hands on her. I don't support that. But when a wife or a woman start telling me, this man does not love me, this man keep on beating me, my question is, what caused it? The man can't just wake up one day and start beating you. Even though I don't support that. I protect women. I fight for women wherever I go. But you should learn how to respect your husband. The things for better for what? That's the meaning of marriage. I will support you when things are going well. I also support you when things are not going well. Marriage is two individuals that comes together. If they are not perfect and they refuse to give up on each other, that's the meaning of marriage. When things were going well, what happened? Now things are not going well, what happened again? And we should understand that whatever we do, any step we take, our children are watching it. They will follow. So we need to be very careful when we come out and portray some attitudes that are not right. Those children will emulate those attitudes, and it will not go well. This one loves you. Mother, this one loves you. He didn't come to marry you if he didn't love you from the beginning. Then my question to you, man, what happened along the line? You know, that's why I don't like distance marriage. I will be in Nigeria, you will be in abroad. There's always something on top of it. There's always come. When you marry and your wife is in Nigeria, you keep on traveling here and there. Something always happens. Because body not be firewood. Honestly, Chairman, whatever you can do to feed this family for this family, I will love it. Because this man we are looking at right now, the man is gone. He's gone out of frustration, out of depression. Honestly. So please, we need to only understand. Marriage is something that we need to enjoy. We don't need to be enjoying pain. Marriage is meant to be enjoyed. And men, please stop maltreating your wives. No matter whatever they do, there's always a way to handle it. Beating your wife or maltreating her creates more damage. And people that will suffer it are the children that know nothing about it. I remember the other day the man was talking, the lady at the back says it's a lie. And that lady has no right to say the man is lying because he doesn't live with them.
Alright, thank you.
So please,
okay.
thank you so much. I keep on the good work. God bless you.
Thank you for your contribution. You're welcome. The line is still open. Please call in.
02.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you calling from, please.
Good afternoon. afternoon. I'm coming from Kenya. I've been trying to get you since difficult. Before I go further, I want to do one suggestion. Instead of next time, if you go, want just to call you, pin the number so that we will not be asking in the comment section.
Okay, noted. We'll do that.
That's one thing.
Thank you very much.
So, regarding the case at hand now, this woman and the man, I saw a lady who called this, praising the woman that prostitute accusations she might have gone through her, which I disagree with that. Because if you look at what is happening, I will not accuse the woman that she had an affair with the so-called Bradley. But what I would accuse in this case is that I guess she trained her daughter for her own personal interest. So that is what just happened. She used her daughter to get money from Brazil because she thought that Brazil is kind of wealthy and everything. And from the look of the things around now, it's as if maybe she felt like for not being around for all this while, so I've been able to kill the feelings and the love she had for the man. So she prefer moving around now. That's what I said. I'm able to say she don't want the marriage anymore. So I guess that's my only little contribution on this case. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you for your contribution. Good afternoon, your name and where you calling from, please.
Hello?
Good afternoon, your name and where you calling from.
This is Engineer Friday.
Okay, where are you calling from, please?
I'm calling from Abuja.
Okay, go ahead with your contribution.
This is Richard Black.
Okay, go ahead with your contribution.
I called in the morning to please speak with you, but your water said that you're
excuse me, sir. We are in a live program now. Do you want to contribute or you want to discuss about that, please?
No, I'm trying to speak for what happened in the doctor present.
Okay, you want to talk to the general public?
No, I want to talk to you personally for what happened in the
You come back later. We are on live show now, please.
I'm taking the job.
1 hour 10.
All right, we just take only 10 calls. This is not time of pointing fingers. Let's see what we can do to bring this family back. If person they turn you to punching bag, and another person come they do you like say you dey inside AC. Nobody will want to go to hell. Nobody know hell, but when you say you go to hellfire, you say God forbid. Let's assume this man house now be hell for this woman, and this woman now come dey heaven for the past how many years. Who want come up for heaven go to hell? Now only God will talk, make it touch the heart of the woman. Even the relationship not work well, make this man get in share to move on, so that anybody where they hungry, a hungry man is an angry man. And if you are giving fish, you are not teaching person how to fish. How long will you give fish? This marriage may not work, because marriage not be by force. But if they can become one because they have something in common, and if this woman feel the marriage will not ever work, even though this man may change, then the woman will go and return diary. She should not become somebody's wife, because if I leave my wife with diary, 30 years and if I say I will still dey jealous, because there is nothing still connecting us. And that person say, I see your wife with one man, even though we are not together, it's something that makes you still to say you are seeing my wife. I will still feel like somehow. So we will try. If it did not work between you people, it should work between you and your children. But I don't see reason why it's not supposed to work. I don't see reason why it's not supposed to work. If the man can change. The man is caring, but if you put honey for person mouth, the following day you put bitter leaf. Now the bitter leaf they will talk, they know the talk of the honey when you don't put before. If a man can say, sell my land to pay child school fees, supposed to enjoy the fruit of the children now. If somebody can even say, sell my bicycle, take send my child to school, when the fruit don ripe, e suppose chop inside. We know the child will not be happy, or she wasn't happy seeing the mother being beaten by the father, but for the struggle and for the sake of father, the man should not be poisoned. If I thought it was poison based on her personal experience, she should be advised, or rather apologize to her, and let the father who once sold a landed property, land, to support her education, let such man at least enjoy the fruit of his labor. If you are 50 now, you should be asking God for another 50. And before you know what happened, 50 don't reach just now. Maybe still not come meet us for here. So you people should try and settle, marriage or no marriage, so that you can meet yourself. Okay, the way madam dey sit now, since they look that side like say na me be her enemy, to even look me sef, because he want, it is if he look me, the man will see her face. He carry gongo that day, put for face, not be say get approval, so that they no get eye contact. That man you are telling us, we were searching for him, we wanted to go village and send message. The day of the marriage, now so you want to look another place. Enemies, they take picture the day of graduation and marriage. Then they smile, two of them they hold the daughter, they snap picture. The one you are doing here now, your case is not the worst case we have ever seen, man beat woman or a woman prostitute. But for this office, you know say na camera you dey face, but since you dey face that, say if I talk one, you turn your face like say this man wan say to us. If na like this man be snake and you love snake that time, wetin come join the snake? We are not advising that men should turn their wife to punchy bag. But you all said don't too much. The reaction when you not react 10 years ago, now you dey remember, this man almost killed me, oh thank God I will show him. No, it's not like that. E no good, you born one, born two, born three, set to the excess 9, say because of operation no more born, let's adopt. You see, you advise no adoption, let's marry, you agree. Now poverty do not problem. Because if this man was not looking for a greener pasture and he not travel, this beating will continue and the marriage will continue. But in the process where he disappear, nobody like beating. I'm just talking. Wait now. If to say he not travel, maybe he no even give you chance to even carry the stuff. That means you go look at that poverty will make you stay or fear. So now your gods, madam, I'm not talking to you. Now your gods, now you say do and say, make the man poor, make they look for money, because God wanted to favor you. You think say now every woman get a chance, stay wrong, go where they want to advise them. When who they oppress you, they with you. Now God still they help you, say, push this man, may not make him, because if you make him, your problem will remain permanent. So in the process of looking for her to make it, you now have breakthrough. This man has no power to bring you back because marriage is not bad. But you take her easy and make your BP dey increase. We even dey here, not be say one beat you want carry your neck put for outside so that your body go dey lis ten to wetin we dey talk. You dey stress yourself. And not be say na the man bring you here say na for better for what. Now you bring down here and now you want do like say be like say these people want remove me from where they can't give this man. Oh. Your neck, you want to put and make hair there and make body there. No, you can smile. You is allowed. Wicked people smile more than the soft people because they don't want to procure hypertension for what they know they don't want to do. Oyibo police, when they keep past Nigeria police, how are you? Where are you going to? What is that in your boat? So, and when they don't give you fine finish without their machine give you ticket, they'll still say have a nice day. How can you have a nice day over this fine when they give you? But when you see an African woman man and not do again, you will get BP. no be the fight give am BP, but that time they say God forbid me go back to that marriage. BP don come. Madam, we don't have the power to separate, we don't still have the power to bring together. Now with cooperation and listening to our advice, taking to unite the bring people together, not be by force. So you can be smiling, madam. Your BP no let us finish that case that day. You can smile and still go home with I not do again. You can look me in my face and still go home with I not do again. What is your problem? This man never confront you physically. According to the threat that brought you here now, the man keep on telling the friend that used to know them before, talk to my wife, they will call. She will see like threat. Talk to her, they will call. So the call tomorrow night, the woman come here say, they are threatening me to come back, they are calling me, they are doing this, I don't want to come back. That is her complaint. She not come here for peace. She always say we should talk to the man, not to send anybody to call her and she's done with the marriage. So why you want come hide your BP in my office? I no get ambulance here. I feel dressed like doctor. I know they do all those kind, and I know my doctoring level. You can smile and still go. Life is given to you by God, but it belongs to you now. If life not belong to you, why you see say people they commit suicide? They for greed die. If to say life not dey your hand, if you tie rope for neck, you no go die because it dey God hand. But God give you, now you will decide how you want use am. This life when you dey enjoy, so if you put with a leaf, now you get am. Put honey, madam. You between you and your God, you know it's over. But free your heart. You understand? At the end of the day, before you leave here, you go sign say nobody go dey call you. He can only call you because you have children together and you will discuss about the children. You never finish. You too, when you want to may not they call you and you pray, you they jealous say you want pay dowry. How you be want to call and when you broke and when you know want see. How did they take pay dowry? Na grandpapa na want pay the dowry too. I been a grave of your father na want pay too. Why he's alive? Life na jeje o. Life no be only man dey leave woman, woman sef dey leave man, man dey leave woman. It can happen to anybody. Life na jeje, no be like that. Eh? Nobody is forcing you. Now you know what you pass through. If you shout at Oyibo woman, I will tell you say no marry again. Now you come mistake, come slap her. Oyibo woman just tell you I don't love you anymore. You say why? The other day you shout at me, you shun me. I used to love you, but I don't have the feeling. You dey beg. He says no. A feeling is not something I can force to come back. If I got your feeling, I call you. I let me think about it. Is it because we are black that our mind is black? You slap woman, you can slap that feeling out of the woman. Yes, the man also is the problem. But at this stage, the woman also get big problem inside with this current situation. So because he beat you now, we not talk where you wrong. Not from my office, not from me. I will tell you physically, face me, I tell you where you are wrong. Doesn't mean you must settle. The you that love him when he was not Obasanjo, you not see say Brazil man did that time. If man not find you, you go find man. You that stay when they beat you 1, 2, 3, match your hair, you're picking up from your family, wrong, go meet somebody. You come out. No, you were thinking he may change. No woman want be a second slap, but they give you second chance. When you slap one woman, mean to go out of your marriage for just slapping once, but they will think maybe he has changed. You beat second, you say maybe he will change. You beat third until they say they can't for you. They say no, I don't see a reason for him to change. If this woman can be this beautiful now, talk of then when she see the chingom you, she go beautiful past this one that time. That means any man can always want to have her that time. So if she bear, it's not because it's jazz, it's because she was thinking this man may change one day, or I know one born here and there. But when life don't involve, you go and you not smart. Woman when you dey beat, now you dey give her space. Any woman beater must don't give woman space because you give her space to think. Before you come, you miss a load not dey that house. To say you dey there, you dey that room, whether you are good or bad, una still dey the marriage because you are not even giving her breathing space. You know say those people when they beat women they can suspect women also. They call am jealousy. Which kind jealous be that? Where you go? Who call you? You no quick come for market. Toa, bo. Na beating be that one no. But now you dey beat, now you dey travel Saudi, not just. Now you know they come in 2 years, not just. The woman is not enjoying waiting day between your leg. And you are not at home. What she enjoy is beating. And not be say you make her for the Indian and Saudi. If to say you make her, you know say Amada say you see, not be say make her. This woman, go ahead yourself. The woman is not bad though. But when the man is traveling, she was enduring the beating. Say God will bless the man. Breast e no dey, beating e no change. Money no come. Okay, make kuku dey beat me. Make I know say na the money I dey enjoy. Nothing.
Money come for Saudi.
Stay house. Where the house wanna be? You know wetin dey come money. Relax.
Okay,
stay house. You know stay house. You know some men dey beat. Wetin dey between them no let the woman leave am.
That's right.
Okay, woman when he stay for a year now, he no chop the apple. Billions no come. And you call, you not say, darling, I know I left you for 2 years. Don't worry, I won't beat you. Now I know what love is all about. Toa. You know the first day I handled this case, I said, you know the introduction of this man, he say, I am so man, I travel this, I travel that. He can't all the country when travel. You know the country when beat woman pass for the whole world. Asia country. Now they abuse women pass for the whole world. They have no respect for women. So if to say now Europe and America, you go. As you come now, you go come the sorry for your wife. Say, darling, I'm sorry. I never knew you women is to be respected. Then this woman will not take you and your poverty because the beating is no longer there. Now you no get, now you dey beat, now you no get sweet mouth, now you go cause and cause generation. And now she go still look at me say, I'm young, any man can still come for me. You know when woman look mirror, nothing dey deceive her. Now you and God go manage that marriage. Because she always feel I am still okay and she's still actually okay, men looking at her. You have to hold her well though. As you not get money now, I not laugh you. If you get sweet mouth and love, no beating, this woman will still hold you.
I know you when you don't have anything.
I trust you.
From one room,
Am I not talking like a prophet now? Madam, madam, wait. Am I not talking like prophet now? Nah. I can talk like prophet. I always want to give chance. I always want to give chance for people to talk. I know your mind. I don't want to be talking here.
Let me face your neck.
No, face me. I am your brother. Sit well. You don't even want to make the man see your ear. Face me. Me, I want to know the Brazil. Who not like better thing. We will remove this man for you. Introduce me to Brazil. May they support our organization. All right, madam. I know the judge, you. Now God the judge. You are not a bad woman. If you don't stay without husband 3 years, 3 years is enough for you to dress like this now. You for come rub charcoal because you know the husband has him. You must even let him get hypertension when you get that day with your dressing. This might go see this breast, but you no go touch him. You see the way she come package her today. He say, now the man make her package her. He say hypertension when hold me that day go hold this man today. So me I not blame you. Your dress that day. Now it be the dress when I take judge you now. Okay. But this one is between you and your husband. Now it be the dress. You understand? Nothing wrong. If anybody need to apologize, now this man will apologize to you 70 times 70 times 70. How many times in the Bible?
70 times 70.
And we human are ready to go follow and 70 times 70 times 70 go beg. Because now beg no me say you must come marry. Take easy, not let you go get head if you come out. whether you marry or not marry, have to beg you for wetin he don do to you. The begging no mean say una don agree to marry, but wetin you tell us, even it happen 100 years ago, even if you last 100, you no dey alive, if your daughter talk this kind of thing, go still tell your husband make go beg for the grave when they bury their mama, because who dem beat for this world, if he die still dey feel the pain. That's why you see say sometimes who kill you, your spirit go dey run after now. If you no feel the pain, why go dey run after you? You can die now and still be punishing your husband because you still dey feel and say, the only husband that dey go marry for the life wey you send me almost kill me. You buy koboko, dey flog in spirit. So he is going to apologize based on what you told us. Then only you go know whether you get where you say we say make your own mistake. We not see mistake in your part if you think so. But the beating and not showing love and finally not get money, land where they buy 2 million and land it be for Lagos. Now land it be for Lagos. Not be only Ogun say that they see that kind of land. Yeah, so we not laugh you, but money not come, love not come, sweet mouth not come. Not to say na mat that they remove woman for husband house. Not be money. You say, wow, I hope your husband know your value. Look at NJ in the daytime. I hope I'm safe. How come I see NJ when sun is shining? I hope your husband is doing you well. Now lie, you know their story before you the interview. I hope your husband knows your value. Come on. If you not mind, I feel return diary. The woman, my husband don't know my value, Jare. That one know what you do it. Now be you the talker now. Say wow. God can make mistake. You mean they gave you to a husband that don't know your value? You don't finish your. Even if the man not take no ask for no, but now the woman would say, but we can be talking. I say one woman tell me say whether he fine enough and make I just tell her say you are beautiful. He say she's fine with that. Now a both woman no. You know say with the things we both fine. We both say wow. Yes. Pass bracket. Yes, the woman we both woman in Holland, you know say he not fine. And you know me, I know they feel hide something. I always they tell her how he be. One day tell me say no, I know I'm ugly, but can you do me a favor? I say what favor? He say please be telling me I am beautiful. Say it gives me joy. Anytime you tell me I am this, she always feel like committing suicide. But he say tell me always I am beautiful. I can't laugh like joke, but I can't go the think am. I say but this woman not fine. Say me I tell her say fine, say give her joy. Not to talk of who really fine, you come praise and say you are beautiful. I hope your husband know your value. And true, if you don't know your value, you go just tell that man, that man, you know who I be. So you were not giving this woman her value. You were not appreciating her. You did not bring her close after you left her for 2 years. Which woman you go live for 2 years? Rain fall, you not see you to hold. Thunder say come mistakenly. Only she just roll for bed for that. Nobody broke and say no fall. And now I not ask you. It can be 1 year, 2 years. That day I say you go enter because you not interrupt me. Today now you they show me another color. Don't be sorry. Oga, you wrong. To say I have the power to sentence, I will sentence you to 21 years in, no, 600 years in prison. Plus this your age. It's going to be like 650 years. Madam, you will try forgive so that you now go progress. You live for person else and not me say you are progressing. There is progress in making peace. And that progress will extend to your children. Your children need the blessings of their father no matter how we condemn him. They deserve it, they need it. And no man can, even with gunpoint, no man can give blessing for his heart in this kind of situation. If you go to village, he might accept it because he thinks they might pay the bride price, buy motor, build house, but the blessing will not be from his heart. But if you allow the link between everybody, even though you may not be marrying again to each other, there's going to be more progress. Can I tell you, if you may understand, the only person that is working money in that is the Brazil. Not you, not your daughter. None of you is doing it in the right way because there is problem in the family. But you may not understand because he's the one bringing the money. But if you settle, things go, prayer comes, you will feel it. You will sleep like somebody who took a sleeping pill. You are not marrying him again, but your BP will rest.
Okay, this my BP started when I was pregnant.
Yes, now he calls am, but now they say him now will still make am rest. Not be say you go marry her, you marry her might increase it. But if you free your heart, talking to him, good morning, how is children, your BP will low. Do you know when you have enmity, you that have the enmity, you have problem, because anytime you think of wetin you do your wetin you wan do, you are not at rest thinking of how to fight back. But when you don't have enmity, you are not planning on how to go to places and fight back, you are at rest. Both you, the enemy of person, and who is enemy to you, na the same progress, so long you know each other as enemy. Because the moment you are carrying that grudges, that heaviness, it's like a caterpillar. When you let go, you are just like birds, flying to every angle, like breeze that can blow to any direction. So I will advise that both of you should let go and connect your daughter, even though your daughter is angry. Why you not go angry? Will you ever say anything good about her father to her, even though she did not witness it? She witnessed it, you don't understand. She's young, she's an adult when all these things were happening. She have her own decision, her feeling. But can you ever, or have you ever tell the girl, say, come, you need your father as a girl? No, because all these things he did to you is running through your mind and your vein. So there is no way she will love her father, because she experienced it and you are also there to remind her. So now, even though you connect them together, I even beg her to let go. Doesn't mean the 100% love will be there, but it's better you do that. You may feel like, what is this man talking about? This human rights is saying opposite what brought me here. But you will not understand. You will only disagree with me if you want to live forever. All this dash me building is vanity upon vanity. If you forgive, you will die. You not forgive, you will die. Why won't I forgive if there is need? And what is the need? When people begin to speak for you and beg you, there must be need. I'm here talking now. My AC, my house, my bed, my television is there. That means they are all vanity when I turn my back and talking to you. If I die, it's the same thing, they are vanity. So if I'm enjoying Mr. Brazil, it's vanity upon vanity. Every riches and enjoyment you share together is what you have memory of. If you not talk about and who you enjoy with, you will talk about it. Just like when the Ensides came, they say Oba of Lagos lost how many dollars? I say, hey. People say, but he never want to give even beggars with their side something. He get this kind of money for us. It become like vanity. If he was sharing, people will say, why they would do that kind of thing? And I hear that they demand they share us. They even see COVID, what do they call that? Palliative. But people were not happy because what is meant for us, you kept it. So if you share your enjoyment, your upstairs, give even one to get man, that is when you are enjoying, madam. Forgive this man, for he don't know what he was doing. If you know what he was doing, he will not be here. Do you know this man come back again that day? I'm telling you. This man left here after 10 or if not to 11. You will see him in the video because now they get secret here. He say want to see me. I say no, I don't have reason to see you. See me on Thursday. The man waited until we round up after 10. He was begging me to beg you. He was begging here to beg. That is when he was saying all these things I was asking him today. So if it was not wrong, is there any way he will come back like bride and start begging to beg the wife, even though he's the poorest person on earth? Forgiving doesn't mean you have to marry. Forgiving and let you people move on. If you think if there was ever a good time, think of that one. If there's no good time, just let things go. Because now you hold the key of his success now, not be by witchcraft. The God that bless you from your in-law, that God cannot bless him except you allow that same God to bless him. Maybe a different God will go bless him. This very one now you will say, let this God of Brazil man bless this man or not. And that one happen only when you people now come back and forgive each other. If you are moving on with your life, nobody is asking you to come back. But that relationship of we have children, let it be there. You understand? If I keep on allowing callers to call in, you will be having egos here too, because there is 50-50. But if you want to follow 50-50, we will dey here reach next tomorrow. Because waiting people no want here, mostly people when don't travel abroad, now that beating. Waiting woman no want here, whether you never travel abroad, now that beating. Why they not talk before? Because they not know their right, nobody supporting them. If you tell my grandmother when her husband beat 100 years ago, say, do you like it? She will say no. If to say I have my way for breaking her that time. Beating has never been the solution, and it has never been well with anybody you beat. Say, you beat me, I'm happy. Even shouting. Not to talk of beating. Madam, beg. Try for the sake of the children. For the calling, we will want her not to give your number to anybody.
And you should not be coming to my shop.
Give her a mic. Madam, take the mic.
I will give you their phone number.
Use your mic. Tell the public what you are saying.
I say you should not be coming to my shop. If you want to be talking to his children, they will send their number to him, or I will send the number to him. They make it day make I day my day. I'm forgiving him. What all happens, I'm okay. But he goes about threatening Brazil that he will go and keep Shiram in his office. You go and scatter his home. So that is all I don't want. This threatening of your team. Thank you.
Viewers, the girl behind is not their daughter. The girl is not their daughter, so we are taking only 5 calls, then we are done with them. Your name and where you calling from? Hello. Good afternoon. Your name and where you calling from? The apology is not like we are condemning anybody. It's not like the woman is a saint. No, the man was not at home when the woman left. According to the woman, I said they no quarrel. So, and he get as they pay for house before. The man say he not talk, say not they owe, but now the landlord will call her. They sort out that they give quick notice before you pay. So it's like they must give quick notice before you pay. So the quick notice is not enough for the woman to say they want really quit. After on a court for the quit person. So the woman is not the saint, but for the sake of poverty, now that's why we are begging her to let the man enjoy from the good in-law. But for being sent, if we remove beating, is she sent? If we remove beating, she not be sent. And you don't want him again, you don't return their diary.
I will return their diary.
You don't return it.
December,
Give her a mic.
December I will return their dowry.
Since when the man leave you?
He leave me since 6 years.
Why
This
you
year,
carry him dowry the parabolate?
and I want my brother to come back, my junior brother to come back, so that all of us
Do
will
you
gather
know you
again.
are still his wife with the dowry?
Yes, and I know, but
So you carry person dowry, but you know it's completely over. Nobody can settle it. They will do it to your daughter, be to your son. How they take the pass judgment? Now wetin dem no go do you? Now you take the pass judgment, say if dem do me, how I go feel? If they remove beating, now you send this man away. Now you know why you send them away. Now you know where your eye dey look. If they remove beating, now they tell you say they want go marry, you approve man. Who is jealous woman? Let women call him. Which woman love the husband when one marry another woman?
I'm tired of the marriage. I'm tired of
Simple.
the marriage because of my children.
That is it. When you are tired of marriage, you do the
Because of
needful.
my children are small. That was why I
You
stayed
do
for
the
marriage.
needful by.
You understand?
Can I say something, please?
You can say something. No, two people should not talk at the same time.
Please, I'm begging viewers. All I have worked for, this woman be in position.
Name them.
My property in the house, we live 3-bedroom flat. I have the pictures here. All things I was living with her, with my children, he made away with it. He sold the land, I was aware, but I approved the land. I'm hanging out now since I came back from burying my mother. She will not have peace. If she takes to me with all my things, I will go. My children, I will see them. If I don't see them today, later, they go remember daddy. But I want to be my own and take all my things. Because I'm hanging out in somebody's house and he's sleeping.
What are your things, sir?
I said my properties, what I live in 3-bedroom flat, all the properties, my bed, all the fridges, I have the pictures here. All the things we have managed to stay in 15 years in that flat, he made away with it. Both my box of my dresses. I left the house with one box as going Ghana to hustle. Then he made away with all these things. So I'm hanging out somewhere. And the Brazil paid the house rent for her. Me, I'm hanging out aside. That one will not happen. I will not take that from her. If she give me my things, I can start life again. He's not my God. I will see my children. If the man in question knows that I'm around. But this woman stopped that man to talk to me. He stopped Brazil to talk to me. The Brazil that adopt my daughter. That is what I want to tell viewers. Because I cannot continue hanging outside. I wear one dress, 1 day, 2 days. All my box, all things I have labored for, she go away with it.
Are you just knowing this? Because you just came how many days or weeks ago?
Yeah.
You are just knowing that this woman is no longer contacting or not allowing you contact her?
Yeah.
You are just knowing this?
Yeah, as
you
I came
just
back.
Knowing that you are losing this marriage?
As I came back, I want to bury my mother. Because if I test her when I'm...
not for your mother.
Yeah.
You
I was testing her.
Hold on now.
Okay.
Hold on now.
Yeah.
Two of now get waiting the worry now. Not be saying that one person get this problem. Two of now get the same problem. When your mother died, you see who borrow you money to buy ticket, can be?
Yes, sir.
Before you come for your mother, how many days or weeks or months, years you don't stay there? This last one, so.
This last one is only 2020. 2019, I came 2 times.
2019 you came 2 times.
Yeah.
The whole 2020 you did not come.
Yes.
But when you hear say your mother died, I know mother is supreme. You came.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And the 2020, I'm trying to reach her. My
wait
test.
now.
Okay.
I can't imagine I travel leave my wife trying to reach her. No way. I will buy tickets. Because many things will run through my mind. If not for your mother, you be never know say you don't lose marriage. So the care not still dey there, sir. When you pursue money when you young, you not get, and when you dey grow age like you go dance back to your family, stay for better for worse. You comot, you can't see say your wife be like say they do off and on, push and start. You stay. you dey call am, you no dey call back, you stay. You dey text, you no dey text, you stay. You no think of say, let me quickly go and secure my property. Let me quickly go and secure my car. What is actually happening? You stay until your mother die. You come in the with the opportunity of burying your mother. None of una wan care about the marriage. So what we are going to do, sir, if you feel there is properties that you have proof of, we are going to stop here. And if you feel culture, there is culture or whatever action that they take against woman who is in husband house and still doing whatever you suspect her doing, you will follow by that. Then if you feel there is culture or whatever law that go against a woman giving a daughter to a man without the consent of a father while you are still alive, you know what to do, maybe traditionally. As it is now, I looked into this case last week or this same week, 3 days ago, and today I think we are already running 3 hours. It's already 3 hours almost, 2:45 minutes already. So we would like to draw the curtain from here. You go and put in a petition from a higher authority with proof. You know where to find this woman, because she cannot stop you going to where she lives, because you need to ask her question, but not by beating. You have to be by law. Anywhere you see her, you give the address to the police authority, they will go there. She cannot stop you from asking after your property you left. So that property you left, she will provide it. I know Mr. Brazil can buy 1 billion of it, but let them buy you the poverty one you left. It's your right. I remember my father radio. He bought it in 1960 something. As my father can't get money rich, nobody dey touch am. Anywhere they park, they go, they carry am. Now you know why you like your old properties. So now you will go beyond this office. You go and put in a petition. They will invite this woman. She will provide your properties. That is by police or court. Now you, if you know the law, your traditional law can make it happen. You will now go to your village. They will have, they see she still have family. They will call her. You did a taboo by giving your daughter out. We need that daughter, otherwise we declare the grandchild as a family child. I know Mr. Brazil might be Igbo man. He will not like that kind of thing. He know the law. So now don't beat this woman, but take it by law with her, because she has made up her mind. Even the marriage did not work, you need what you left behind. Where they put her, it's okay. You understand? That is what you should do. Then if she knows by law you are not supposed to be seeing your daughter, let her also go by that law and stop you for asking after your daughter. Because if you don't want to have anything common with this man, you bring him his property, if at all what he says is true, so that he won't be calling you. He have right to call you for his property. That is not life threatening, provided he is not threatening you. And if he threaten you, madam, hold on. If he threaten you, record his voice, save the message. He has no reason to threaten you. So you now will also go to the police, higher authority, show the threatening message or voice to the police, and they will invite him. Both of you, this is the starting point. Fire on with your case until case tire on her. And traditionally, or by whichever law, I know both of you will still give down, not give, or you will still calm down for each other, because he did this woman body her wrongdoing, he did your body your wrongdoing. Even if you beat her 100 years ago, if she approve, you will still go prison for it. And also, if whatever she do is against the law, she will still bow down for the law. So this is where we are going to draw the curtain. You understand? You cannot eat your cake, sir, and have it. A woman you will be beating, a woman that said beer parlor, who not know what in the beer parlor. A woman that is not faithful in marriage, that did not love the marriage based on the beating and is selling beer parlor. For a man to tell her you are beautiful, she will not want to see you if I thought she did not do the other thing. Because you never one day told her you are beautiful. So I'm not seeing this marriage working, no. But if it will work, we still congratulate you. You understand? If you told me yesterday or before yesterday that you were sending money down, and you were saving it with one of the brother who later died, that the money, because the man died, I think the money, she said she used it or whatever. So if you have your proof of sending money down, you go and gather your proof so that you can start your life in your little way. I know you did not give that statement, but I have nothing to hide. Because you not tell me, say me I help you hide now.
No.
You say you were sending money everywhere you go for her to save it, or for the late brother to save it. One out of them, I don't know, I can't remember. So if you have the proof, go and gather it, put in a petition, you get your property here, and not marry again. No, will share your property now.
Yeah.
If the law say make them share am, the law will tell us say na one share am, so na not marry. Okay. All right, viewers,
Sister,
we have take
one?
the mic from him and say something. I no need stress. No say as you get BP, you still give person
Sir,
another BP as you know the list.
When this man left us, when I called him that the caretaker is threatening to throw our things away. See my younger sister, when I was making the call, I put it in speaker. She was there, my daughter, if you want, I will call my 2 daughters. I will call them on phone.
You go pay for the data now. We don't
I have data. I can put it on speaker. I'll call them. Put it on mic. He told me that if I should sell properties in that house, we should move on. That was what she told me. He said that is it not
that saying you sold them?
Yes, we saw. Which property is that?
But you remember you told this office inside video that they throw your things out and raid big.
Yes, now Malam come and buy it. I called Malam come and buy things options. Malam came to buy things options.
Open for that get to God. It's not your father now. It's not your father. Open for her to God.
So if you want to hear from my daughters, I will call them.
You say you trained that girl from childhood. What did you use in training her? Use your mic, sir.
When my wife brought this joy was 9 years. It started with Onenekere Primary School. This joy is in my home. I travel all this country. She go to Ikeja High School. After she go Ikeja Poly, this girl was living.
Is it because she's living or you pay for it?
I pay for it. Who is paying your school fees?
Ivan, tell her.
Who is paying your school fees when you are living?
Sir, let me talk, sir.
We not now make us give you now they talk.
Okay, sir.
As you not respect and tell us why you not respect.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry if I disrespected anybody, sir. Please, sorry for thank you for the.
Tell us about the school.
The school.
Yeah,
it was my sister that brought me to Lagos to stay with them. I attended public school, from primary to secondary, which they were not paying for. Even if anything was, which they are not paying, it can.
Go ahead. And I say you went to Poly free school.
I went to Poly. It was my late elder brother that paid for that catered for it before he died. Even my sister, he was not even aware when I even get the admission to Lagos State Poly. I was working. Lagos State Poly is you work and you pay. I was working. At times he would be the one to contribute the little way he contributes. Like it, I could remember it is only once which he contributed, which he gave me 16,000. Yes, I stayed with him, sir.
Did you know staying with somebody, you should give respect for the rest of your life?
Sir,
because if you were not allowed to stay, maybe you will be somewhere where they can misuse you.
I'm not disrespecting him, sir. But the fact is that
most
of the
stay
things,
with somebody's even for 1 month is part of the record in your entire life.
Sir, I am not disrespecting him, but most of the things he said that was sold. I went to today. I was asking my sister. I said, mention the property.
You want to help your sister mention it?
I was asking. I said she mentioned
is
the
it your
property
husband?
because I was there when everything
now your
started.
husband.
It's not my husband.
So when you bring your husband here, you will talk about your husband. You understand? When you bring your husband here, you will have reason to do that.
Sir,
instead of you to be saying how to settle it, you are reminding her what to mention.
I said she should mention the property that was.
Is that called settlement?
Because I was there when everything started.
Madam, is that called settlement?
You two will not go free.
Is that called settlement? what you are saying or do is it called settlement? So you are happy that your sister should be out of marriage.
I'm not happy.
So why are you now
Sir,
instigating violence here?
He should have asked me. I'm not putting any fire into their matter. But at least I was expecting him to ask me for my own opinion when everything started, sir.
Sit down. Let me breast you. Are you married? Is he married?
No, he gave birth with one man and the baby come back to my house. My wife is training the baby.
Give her mic. You say what happened, not you.
Joy, friend.
I say she's married. What were you telling us?
You mean Joy?
Yeah.
No, she's not married. She dates one man that give her work in airport. The man is married. When I came back from India in 2016, he's getting problem with the wife of the man. Yeah. One day I was inside, the man traced my house to come and find my wife to complain that Joy is taking her husband. Then the man have rented apartment and open selling beans shop to her.
Full stop.
Yes, to her. Then my wife asked the wife, what is the problem? He say your sister is taking her husband. Then after like 6 months, the relationship break with the man. This Joy sell the things the man open, go out from the shop, came back to my house with the little baby she born to the man.
That's baby.
Yes.
The man.
Yes.
Is that not enough for you, for she to respect you? Now everybody they keep in love.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. But this man shouldn't interfere in my personal affair because he was not in Nigeria when if
you would have asked him to shut up. If you shut up, you not going to interfere.
Now
how you don't try reach. Now how you don't try reach. I try reach for you. Now he make a talk. You interfere in his affair.
Sir, I have my own right to see.
His wife is his affair. You interfere.
He shouldn't have it because he was not there when everything started because he's not always in Nigeria. Even when he abandoned the wife for over 6 years, he abandoned the family for over 6 years.
Where are you?
You
are stupid.
You just interfere in his affair, Joy. He's married to your sister, not to you.
Go outside, wetin you go do? If you go outside, wetin you go do? Wetin you go do me if you go outside? He said, don't worry,
Okay.
right happen. If you go outside, wetin you go do me? Wetin you go do me? He said to you, go outside. Go outside, wetin you go do me? Wetin you go do me?
People are not going to home the same time. One will go after the other. So this thing you.
If you go outside, wetin you go do me?
Alright, that is the joy you people want to marry. We always like things to turn the way it is here so that you know how to handle whoever you want to handle. You know they were two that day. One was rude. And I told that one, don't come today. I thought Joy was the best one. When two people they fight, even children should stay inside and settle. Not to talk of person who, I can't imagine, I have so many children, whether the one I pick from road or not. Tomorrow now, you will look me as age. I'll be talking, you will even talk. It's not done anywhere. They should still be, your whole family, sir, and her family should be the one to settle and not be to tell you, can't this one. You never measure this. You never measure that. You are instigating violence. How will this woman change when family are on her side? Not be say, the marriage now, you don't try and. You know easy now. Your sister try pass you. You know if you handle anything. You know, he try pass you. If it's easy to marry, you know we just start with married man. At least you now don't manage reach well and advise each other to go marry second wife. So it's not easy. It's not easy. Husband say not there, wife not there, and I manage everybody they manage. If it's easy, you know they look for person wife. Who no one get freedom? You see one marry second wife. Who marry man when get second wife. Come here, come they talk when they not ask you question. Anyway, Oga, una go sign a undertaking for our office. Make we for present and when una reach una dey go. The undertaking be say from today you will not give person number to call her and you should not threaten her. You understand? Where she is selling, you must not go there alone. You will go there with police or lawyer or an activist. For whatever reason, you should not go there alone. Police, law enforcement agency, not because my friend is there, my friend I go with me, no say I not do this. No, you must go with law enforcement agency or lawyer for any question you are going to ask her. Okay? If you beat anybody or you insult them, they have right to arrest you. Even calling names is against the law. Insult is against the law, just that we know they get time for trouble. To tease somebody is against the law. Look at you, big head, it's against the law. So, not with this fight you take get if at all your properties are still available, they want to compensate you.
Yeah.
But calm down, follow law. She too will follow law. But one thing I know, if you make this marriage work, your enemy will die young. Because this woman has crossed her mind. So if anything force you people together, you will die before her, not cause you, and I know what I'm saying. So if you want to be alive and witness whether anybody will come back to anybody, move on with your life. Come back to Nigeria, sir. If person travel not favor and go come home go favor her. Start somewhere, you will still reach that place. You not be good person, oh. You get temper, oh. You dey do like say you be youngie. Say as you dey do just now, say I will hit you. That be say you for hit am for us. I dey push una una go start una case, not me say you good, oh. Because una don too stress me, una go start case, not be fight as una go start. You have your own wahala. You dey do like say the tattoo when you draw say na e dey make you feel like 16 years. You are not behaving like a grandfather. You are doing like 16 years old when you can break bottle and say let's fight. Look at what you were doing to that girl. If you wanted to hit her on camera, what of if we true dey outside? This one I will find better country go now. They go to country of violence. There is nothing that shows that you have traveled out of Nigeria. President want to continue from where I stop. I spent 5 hours. I have spent 3 hours. I give her 2 hours to.
Please, I want to say something.
We don't close. Anything you want to say, go and tell the court.
What I want to say is that
you are still even saying it. This my day, your body. Wait, we are coming. It's not the first time people should know that we don't believe by who complain. So we're just here to serve humanity the way God said truth should be said.
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, Chairman, good afternoon.
President, welcome.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm not personally want to contribute in this very matter. But I had some calls, people were calling me while I was on my way coming home because of joke that Chairman made on the social media. Please, I still want, that is the reason why I want to announce it openly. If you have any case in any of our branch across the globe, if you are coming for that case, you must dress decently. Because what the statement he made was just a joke. But people were calling me saying he's not supposed to make that kind of statement. Why would he say, who will see this kind of dress would not want to touch it? That is embarrassing. But it's just because he's the joking type of person. No, that is not the person that you want to go and see somebody's breast you want to press or whatever. So some of you that put that call across to me while I'm coming is the same thing I want to say here. This person that is staying in front of us here, either camera or off camera, which I don't know his age, should even be older than the chairman himself. But in the course where you try to settle matter, you play joke, you bring jokes and all that, and people begin to read different meanings to that. So if you are coming both man and woman, you don't come here with knicker, you don't come here with your chest open, you dress decently so that they will not joke with you and any other person will misinterpret it. Thank you, sir.
If I still understand, I think I don't get it.
I said, they are.
No, she said
no, people were calling me when we're calling. Yes, yes. That the joke is expensive. You shouldn't have said that.
also what reminds me of whatever joke I made. You know, somebody called him, was condemning her of her dress. So if I allow them to concentrate on the dress, it will be something else. That is why I told them last time she came, she dressed, if that is what they call decent, she dressed very decent. But this time she just want to tell the husband that you can see this breast but you cannot touch it. It's a form of making him jealous. That's what I mean. All right, if you listen to how people react in this platform, we will not be here today. But what we believe is that once our mind and our God tell us that we are trying, we write down. Because Oyibo that say one man sweet another man poison, they have done so many research and passed through so many experience. So the God is said that create left and right, day and night. Day and night can never agree on one thing or come together or meet. So when you have critics, there is no way you can make that person to love what you are doing. And so many critics, they are not of evil. When you criticize me, sometimes I take a look at the area you are criticizing me. I find out that you are even correcting me, but maybe that is your way of making a correction. Me, I don't even have those time. What I know, we don't settle case by force. We settle case by understanding. If you understand and agree with us, you move on. But when you see a woman that's already moved on, we they know. When you see a man that has already moved on, you go know. If you like now, carry rope, say you want to kill yourself, this woman will move on. She's already moving, not that she will move on. You understand? So both of you should go and sort it out and forget about this relationship. If you talk about children, if your property you think is still somewhere, you talk about properties. If you feel you are in danger, you put in petition to safeguard both of you from being threatened to life or whatever. So any other thing, the marriage is gone. It's gone. You understand? No matter if one kill one child, a woman cannot sit like this from morning to night and face this other side. You understand? And you don't expect me or the world to beg you. We are not begging you for marriage. We are only begging you for let the past be the past. You see her respond after much begging of how many minutes. So if you want to start begging your village people, you can go and beg for the relationship to come back. But if you know what is good for you, come back to Nigeria. Think of any business. Maybe you learn it in that place. Start it. Anybody can still make it. You understand? But try and have a way to let your children know that you did not hate them if you have access to them. I am not begging you because I'm not begging you because you have married Alaji, but I just want you to know I remain your father. I did not hate you. Maybe the circumstances that make you to be their mother or the one that refused to wash car, you let them know, say you refuse to wash my car is because I don't have male child. That is why I was forcing you to wash it. Because their mother that is still engineering, then reminding them how they pursue girl that refuse to wash car. If you not get male child, no, female not go wash car. My wife, when they talk, they wash car. Where we get boys, so they wash car. Sometimes I will come meet her, I will take her. Sometimes I will just leave her and not say she have to exercise herself. Not be say I hate her. Sometimes I will meet her and say she will join me. They watch and she not will give me the way. Say because my husband has come, let me not wash again. We both of us will wash car. While boys are there, we are sweating. We feel relief. So I don't see most of our complaint is just out of what you did before, out of hatred. So let them go and sign to maintain peace in their various homes, even if they sit for street. If you know, say, if you they look another person nyash, say your own self for bending that person they look at, you go keep quiet, you go respect yourself. I hope you know this young girl, Joy, now we present to the world that day. Say be single, they say very quiet. If you want to marry, pass through us. Now she be that too. Thank God, so now for go marry. I know so now marry person wife or person mother. I'm not talking they don't dey marry person mother, but if you know say na person mother you wan marry, you better you know the information of the marriage. That is why we said in our platform, before we allow na marry for our platform, we will do background check, so that you will know what you are going to. Have a nice day. Barika de Salah, happy Salah finally. I have to go and eat my ram.